it's time to open the Woo Files, a place where curiosity meets the unexplained.
Last night, you probably had 4, maybe 5 dreams. Some were strange, some were emotional, some may have told an incredible story. So here's the mystery. If we spend nearly 2 hours dreaming every single night, why can most of us barely remember any of it? Where do our dreams go? Do they simply disappear? Or are they still somewhere inside us, just out of reach? Scientists have been trying to answer that question for decades. We now know that our most vivid dreams usually occur during REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, the stage of sleep where the brain is almost as active as it is when we're awake. Your eyes dart back and forth beneath your eyelids, your heart rate changes, your breathing becomes irregular, your brain is incredibly busy. In fact, if scientists only looked at your brain activity, they might think that you were awake. And yet somehow, most of those vivid experiences vanish almost immediately after we wake up. One reason may lie in the chemistry of the dreaming brain. During REM sleep, a brain chemical called norepinephrine drops to extremely low levels. Why does that matter? Because norepinephrine helps the brain create stable, long-term memories. Without much of it, your dream may never get properly stored. Imagine writing an important note, but forgetting to hit save before closing your computer. The note existed. You experienced it, but it was never committed to memory. Researchers also believe that the part of the brain responsible for organizing memories, the hippocampus, doesn't communicate with the rest of the brain in quite the same way while we're dreaming. Instead of carefully filing away memories, the brain seems more interested in processing emotions, experiences, and information from the day. In other words, the purpose of dreaming may not be to remember the dream itself. It may be to remember what the dream was helping your brain work through. But here's something fascinating. Not everyone forgets their dreams. Some people remember dreams almost every morning. Others say they can go weeks without recalling a single one. Why? One clue came when researchers monitored people's sleep in laboratories. They found that people who regularly remember dreams tend to wake up very briefly several times during the night, often only for a few seconds. Not long enough to realize they were even awake, but just long enough for the brain to lock the dream into memory. That tiny interruption may be all it takes. There's another interesting discovery. The more attention people give their dreams, the more dreams they tend to remember. That's why dream researchers often recommend keeping a journal beside the bed. Not because writing is magical, but because you're teaching your brain that dreams are important. The brain responds surprisingly well to what we consistently pay attention to. Many people find that after just a week or 2 of recording dreams, their dream recall improves dramatically. And here's one more tip. The moment you wake up, don't move. Stay exactly where you are. Keep your eyes closed if possible, and before thinking about your day, ask yourself one simple question. What was I just dreaming? Even rolling over, checking your phone, or thinking about work can be enough to erase the fragile memory before your brain has a chance to capture it. So why do we forget dreams? Well, science has uncovered part of the answer. Brain chemistry changes. Memory systems behave differently. The dreaming brain appears to be doing a different job than the waking brain. But perhaps the bigger mystery isn't why we forget most dreams. It's why we remember a few with crystal clarity. The dream you had as a child, or the dream that changed your life, or the dream that you can still describe decades later. Why did those dreams survive when thousands of others quietly disappeared? Maybe those dreams had something important to say to you. Thanks for listening to the Woo Files. My name is Cliff.